funny, as soon as the play happened, I obviously didn't have a great angle, but I knew she had to cradle it around her. It had to at least have hit her hand. I didn't know she had her hand on it, but I knew she was in the crease, and I knew the puck was there. So I was thinking instantly that should be a penalty shot. And I'm sure she was right there. She saw it. I think she was in a great position to call it.
So how'd you end up picking Hillary to go take that?
I'm a great coach. No, I just honestly told them in there, and we have obviously. I think we have a lot of players that I have tremendous confidence in that are big league players and big moment players and scorers. But I told the team there's no one else in the world I'd rather have them take that shot than them.
In the second period, you called the timeout and were pretty animated on the bench. What would you say?
They're all year, and I've told them this. They're very experienced and professionals. Almost every one of them. I mean, they've all been in huge games, huge moments. So it's really about them. I try to just guide them along, and they know how to handle themselves. They know how to come back from mistakes. They know how to manage leads. They know when they're not playing well. I don't have to point that stuff out. At that point, I just talk to them about letting go of the frustrations of it not going the way you want. If you're making a few mistakes here and there, don't lose your focus. Keep looking forward. And I said, we don't have the answers for that. You guys have the answers inside. You just got to get the focus back on the right things, and you can pull yourselves out of it. And they do.
What can you guys do better in game 2?
Yeah. I think we got to play with a little more urgency and press the pace. When we did that, we had a tremendous amount of success. And after the timeout, again, that's on the girls. Like they responded after that. It isn't anything really I said. It's them kind of gathering themselves and saying we can do better, we need better out of ourselves, and they responded. So I think press the pace. The other thing I talked to them about is simplifying. I mean, they're all been such big league players wherever they've come from, and they've always been counted on to have to make plays. At this level, sometimes there isn't a play to be made. The other teams are very good. You have to make plays when they're there, but you have to also recognize when they're not and make good decisions. So I think just recognizing those opportunities, keeping it simple, putting the pressure on the other team to make a great play in a bad situation. Once you figure that out, that's kind of game management. Go put that with our skill and tough to do.
Defense played an enormous role in the offense tonight. Was that part of the game plan? Was that a pleasant surprise?
Yeah, we give them, Lauren runs the D, and she gives them the green light to push the pace, join in any opportunity. We obviously want to play fast, and we just ask them to make good choices on that. You don't go up to make it a 3-on-4, you go up to make it a 3-on-2, or there's opportunities. So, but we really do want to shoot the puck as well, and they all can fire the puck. Play balance. We're incredible in the offense tonight. Gags and Getty. Getty's not the fastest, but she's very, very smart, steady, strong, hard to play with. She's got an excellent shot from the point. So all 5 of them were excellent tonight. Well, we just knew how good a year Steady's having. We looked at her goals, and I think for games played, the goals she's scoring, I think she's probably tops in the league for the amount of games played to goals. So, that was a great challenge for Blake. So we didn't necessarily have to say, listen, this is what we want you to do against her. We just know she's one of their premier players, and Blake's skating ability, her strength, her experience. It's a good matchup. It's a difficult matchup. I think Steady's playing out of this world right now, and she's very difficult. But Blake's got some physical tools and really skating like her. No, we just know that the hardest win is going to be tomorrow. The next game, whatever that is, if it's Sunday. We said last week when people asked us, who do you want to see, and we knew from experience, whoever won that series, Connecticut or Buffalo, was going to be the best team. I mean, that's how they were going to get here. So to think, Connecticut finished above Buffalo, we'd rather see Buffalo. We don't think like that, because if they beat Connecticut, they must be the best team. So we're expecting the same battle as tonight. I mean, the only thing we want to change is, again, try to limit our mistakes, good decisions, and just keep pressing, play hard.
Speaking of limiting mistakes, it seems to be a trend. A team gets in trouble taking penalties late. I know that their issues there with that offensive zone penalty. Is it, emotions or just the intensity of the game, or what do you think that issue is?
It's a great question. I think it's a combination of those things. There's no doubt emotions involved. They're playing so hard. I some of that's in their mind, but also they get tough. I mean, it's a grind out there. You play 5D. I know, Buffalo shortened the bench a fair amount. I mean, some of those players are playing a lot. I mean, there's very good players on both sides, and you get worn down. That's when mistakes happen, i.e. penalties.